some of you, it may be your second time hearing it. But I am more than happy. Just jump in with questions or anything else that you guys have. I'm on my phone, so if someone can just kind of check the feed if there's anything and let me know if there's anything you want me to kind of elaborate or jump on. Really quick, I am Laura, and I am a mother of teenagers and toddlers. We have 3 teenage boys and we have 2 toddler girls. So we have a pretty active and busy lifestyle. Um, I'm coming up on my 1 year milestone here with MIA. Actually, the Waterless lotion, this little one right here we're going to talk about tonight, is really what brought me to MIG and to fall in love with the products. So how did I end up here was during that year we don't really like to talk about, when everybody was doing like the 20-second hands and hand sanitizer. My hands were nasty. They were the worst that they had ever been, that I would try to hide them. Painful washing my hands, knowing that after they were just going to continue to get worse. I would go to the shelves at the store. I would try everything that they had. I even Facebook groups asked. Okay. Did I lose you or did you lose me? One lost.
I lost you, so I'm guessing other people lost you.
Okay. Is that me? Okay. Am I back?
I hear you.
You're good.
Yeah, you're
I'm
back.
good.
You're back. Yeah, you're good.
Okay. Let me try one thing. I'm going to try and hop off my Wi-Fi and see if that'll help. Okay. So you guys got me? Okay. So, am I there? No.
We can hear you, but we can't see you.
Of course not,
There you
because
are.
that
There
would
you
be
are.
life, right? Technical difficulties. So therefore, hopefully you guys can catch on to where I was going, as I was down that path trying to find something that was going to work for me. Until, right, one lovely lady who, if you want to raise your hand, can raise your hand, introduced this wonderful magic tube to me. And I'm a retired teacher, stay-at-home mom. So I was a little skeptical at first, and I had to go down my research route, right? Like, okay, come on, like, how can that be? Our bodies need water. Like, they always tell us water's good for you, so you should have water. But finding out that we should be taking water in, as we drink it, or we should be taking water through the bathing process, not water through our products. So that was a big opener for me. So I don't know if it was for any of you guys, realizing that we should be taking water in by drinking it or through the bathing process, and not necessarily through our products. So therefore, if any of you have a question on why we don't want water in our tube. Okay, so I'm just gonna throw it out there. It's a small group tonight. So anybody want to answer why we don't want water in our products? Okay, anyone?
Oh, am I not? Okay, I am working.
Yeah.
I've been like trying to talk and it wasn't working. So when you have water in a product, you often need something else in it in order to preserve it.
Yes, right? Okay, so we need, so what do you think, next question, what do you think they're putting in your water, right? Like, this is waterless, but think about like, I know we all know that great store that we would go in, and the fragrance, right? Like, we've all been there, no shame. But what else do they need to put inside of that bottle so they can preserve. So does anyone know what preservatives they're putting in there to help preserve the water? Next question.
Toxic ones.
Toxic ones, right?
Emulsifiers.
Yeah.
Emulsifiers. Yes. Thank you, teacher.
Yes.
Okay. A plus.
A plus, right?
Stabilizers.
See, good job.
We're gonna call that a team answer.
Yes, that's 50-50 credit for both of you.
Thank you.
All right. So therefore, think about it this way. This is how I thought about it. If, you might wonder, well, why do they need to put emulsifiers and those types of toxins in there? So if you had a glass of water, right, and you left it on your counter for 2 months, would you drink that glass of water? Anybody? Would you drink it? Probably not, right? Because they're still going to build up bacteria and mold inside of that water. So they're not going to put products on the shelf that has water in them because they know that it will create mold and bacteria in there. So therefore they're putting emulsifiers in there and other toxic stuff so that it has a longer shelf life. So therefore, that's a big reason. Also, the other reason, who else knows why we don't want water in our skincare? Why else would we not want water in our skincare? Anybody else? This is group participation.
So if you have water in your products, it's going to draw the water out of your skin and it's going to come out and it's going to suck all the water that's already in your skin out.
That's right. You got it, Megan. Absolutely. Which I did not think that. I was thinking if I had a bottle of lotion that had water in it, oh, it's putting water into my skin and giving me more water when actually it was drying out my skin. So if you go way back to my story that I talked about in introducing the problem that I started with, having very, very dry hands, I kept putting lotion and lotion and lotion. It was a habitual thing, constantly putting lotion. I had lotion at every sink. I was reapplying lotion and I was like, why are my hands getting drier and drier and drier? It was because when I put the lotion or the skincare that had water on it onto my skin, it was actually pulling the skin, pulling the water out of my skin, right? Because water attracts water. So again, right, your another science lesson, as I'm a retired teacher. If you think about water droplets, right? It's raining here today. If you have rain, when the rain is falling, you have droplets. And do they stack on top of each other when it rains? No, right? It's creating puddles or bigger water because it's attracted to each other. So that's another reason, a big reason why we do not want water in our skincare. Okay, so real quick recap. Number one, if there's water in your products, that means that there are toxins in there to help its shelf life. So that means there's emulsifiers in there. I'm thinking, what is the other one that I'm thinking of up the top of my head? Somebody else jump in if you remember what else there is. Trying to look at my notes. But there are toxic products in there, so it helps its shelf life longer. The second reason why we want Waterless in our lotion is because we want it to come naturally through stabilizers. Thanks, Megan. We want it to come through drinking water or through the bathing process because water attracts water. So this magical tube, right? Skeptical, did my research, went down, okay, right? Like, you're persuading me. I'm going to give it a shot. I'm going to try this. Now, the great part about this is, as I said, you're getting your water through the bathing process. So you want to do this after you're done bathing or after the shower because your body is already wet and it's moist. And that is going to lock in the moisture. So you look at this wonderful, all of this, right, is all goodness. This is all handcrafted, fresh farm beeswax. There is nothing in there that can't be eaten. And believe me, as I said, I've got toddlers. I have one toddler. I think she's tried everything. And that means not only in the skin, but in the mouth also. And she's still here. So therefore, all of this wonderfulness is where it's going to lock in. So as you apply it, right? Just like a chapstick tube or a deodorant tube or anything you have, you just apply it just like that after you're done showering or taking a bath, and then you just kind of rub it in and then dab it off. And yes, it's a new process or a new way to get used to. It took a little while for me to get used to this because I was used to drying myself off after I bathed and then applying my lotion. But you will notice a transformation instantly. And this little tube right here, our whole family uses, to the boys, to me, to the kids, the husband, everybody. So it lasts us for a long time. So those are kind of my main points on my transformation, my story, and why we have definitely fell in love with this wonderful magic stick right here. I'd love to open it up for questions, or if there was questions at all inside of the chats, please, let me know. As I said, I'm on my phone, so it's kind of hard for me to see those at the same time, but I'm here to answer any questions that anyone might have or anything I might have missed. Please add in. You guys are more than welcome to unmute yourself.
So I want to share with you guys like a learning experience I feel like I had with the whole water. I didn't realize your skin is supposed to be like wet. Like,
yeah.
Okay, I feel like when you say that, it sounds really dumb.
No, it's not dumb. Because some
like,
people were like, how are you getting yours to last so long? Like mine's not lasting long. Like I'm going through it super fast, right? And the reason I said to them, well, are you applying it when your skin's wet or when your skin's dry? And you can apply it when it's dry. That's fine. Like my mom, she uses it at night before she goes to bed on her feet, right? Because she's got very dry, cracky feet and her heels are bad. So she applies it at night dry, and that's perfectly fine. But if you're using it for your whole body every day when it's dry, you'll use more than if your body was wet. Right, Tiffany? Is that what you're saying?
Definitely. That was my experience. I did it like out of the shower, but like maybe I towel dried. And then I was like, well, what the heck? Like it was an amazing experience. Don't get me wrong. Like I smelled amazing and everything. I loved it. But it was really different when I'll keep it in my shower now. And then right after I turn off the water, like I have water droplets all over my skin. I apply it like a W on, and then and it's just really cool to see all of those water droplets like disappear, or absorb into my skin, right?
Exactly, right? And it's a whole new, like you have to like kind of retrain yourself, right? And that's what I had to do. But I will say using it on wet or damp skin will have it last longer than using it on your dry skin.
So Laura, a couple of people were asking what the different scents are.
Okay, so we have 3 different scents. Excuse me. Our family's favorite is a lavender because we are a high allergy family, so we shower at night. So therefore, the lavender is one that we use for our family just to kind of help with the relaxation and the smell. The other one is the bloom, which is kind of our signature smell. It's more like a spa scent. If any of you guys use the bloom, you can share that. The last one is the orange and grapefruit one. And we actually keep that one in our swim bag. So we're in Arizona, so we do a lot of pool, right? So therefore, excuse me. So therefore, we just keep that in our swim bag. So when the kids are all done out of the pool, right, with the high chlorine, it's just like swipe, swipe. And then that kind of helps just kind of, so they're not quite as dry when they're getting out of the pool. So there's those 3 scents. If you want to try all three, we have a wonderful opportunity for you to bundle and save. So that's a great way for you to try all three, smell all three. And if you have one that you really love, you can keep that one. If there's one that reminds you of someone, you can gift another one. So it'd be a great way to save. Also, don't forget, if this is your first order with MIG, you're going to save an automatic $10 off of your order of any price. So if you choose to bundle, you choose to get one. And then the other option for saving is the 20% subscribe and save. So that's 20% on top if you're a new customer with your $10, you can do those together. And I would recommend doing the 20% because there's absolutely no commitments. There's no contracts. You can definitely cancel at any time. You can reschedule at any time. And you can change your order at any time. It doesn't mean just because you start with the subscribe and save with the lotion bar that you have to stay with that one every single time. So it's a great opportunity.
I will add, if you have any, if you have like moody skin, any kind of skin issues, the lavender is going to be a really great option because it's so moisturizing, as like the lavender essential oil in it is going to be really moisturizing and great for the skin and healing. And so if you have skin issues, lavender may be one that you want to try first or go towards first. Same with any little new babies, that lavender is going to be really nourishing for their little new skin.
Yes, great points. And we do have a 60-day happiness guarantee. I've had someone who had purchased a scent and the scent just did not work for them, right? It was just too heavy, or it was just something that they didn't. You have 60 days that you can definitely switch that out. And she switched it out for another fragrance that she's fallen in love with. So that's another way for you. If you're a little worried on which scent to go, you can either bundle and save or give it a try. And if it's not quite what you thought, you can always try another one.
And Jenny, I believe you asked earlier if there's an expiration. I don't know if that got answered. I went and I checked my products. There's no expiration on it.
Yeah.
And mainly it's because like what we're putting in is so high quality. It's so, everything done in this company is very intentional. And it's so that we don't have preservatives and stabilizers and emulsifiers that are unnatural and toxic for us. Instead, they come in a more natural form, like honey and beeswax. Those are in place of the toxic things. I hope that kind of answers your question.
Yeah. And I can't remember, I think someone had mentioned, maybe Bethany, you mentioned, like you can maybe get 6 months out of a tube. What are you guys getting out of one tube?
Depends on how many showers I'm taking.
Like, what would you say is everyone's average?
I don't know.
I get about 2 months.
2 months? Okay. So anywhere, right? Like 2 to 6, depending on how many, right? Now, I think in my head, it has a longer shelf life than that, but once you try this, you're not going to just want to use it once a month or just, I'll just use it today. Once you use it and you see the results, you're going to want to use it regularly. And I think to myself, back to that kind of bottled lotion, that bottled lotion lasted me years, right? I mean, years. So that shelf life is much longer. And the reason why it's much longer is because they put all those emulsifiers and stabilizers in there so it does not create the mold or bacteria in the water. So that's why they have a little bit of a longer shelf life than something that's fresh. If that helps answer. If not, please let me know if I missed it or I didn't understand the question.
No, that totally answered my question. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And I don't know about you guys, but the more that I used it, the more that I found that I needed less. Like at first I needed a ton. And then as time went on, my skin was more hydrated and healthier. And now I feel like I'm using a lot less. The same with the facial lotion.
Absolutely. I noticed the same thing. I mean, sometimes I could even go every other day, not every day, but every other day because my skin would lock in that moisture and it would carry me through another day. But you're right. In the beginning, right, you need to rehydrate your skin because you probably are purchasing this because your skin is so dehydrated of water. You're going to want to rehydrate it first, and then maybe you don't have to apply as much.
So the product you're showing now is a body lotion, not a face lotion. There's two different
Yeah,
ones.
exactly. So there's two different ones.
My
This
daughter,
one is
sorry.
That's okay. This is the body lotion, and this one can be used really for anything. And I can't remember. Penny, are you still there? Penny had mentioned she even used it on her face now that it had gotten a little drier with the winter skin. So really you can use it on anything. And actually, you can use the facial lotion bar on any part of your body as well also. I know in our family, we call it the boo-boo stick because it is, I don't have it with me. If anybody does, show it. It is pure, like straight golden, right? Just rich orange yellow color. And we know all of the benefits with fresh farm beeswax, right? And honey does. So we use it as a boo-boo stick. And my daughter also uses it as her chapstick because it's been really dry and then she licks her lips a lot. And when we have sunburns, we've used that one for the sunburns too. So really, they're designed for body lotion and facial lotion, but they can be intertwined for both. The only thing with the facial lotion is it's much smaller because it's more, I don't know what the word I'm thinking of, but it's more enriched beeswax, more fresh farm beeswax to help with the skin. Yeah, perfect. Perfect. Thanks, Bethany, for showing that. So you can see all of that. So that is just like, it just gets me like goosebumps. It's just so good. So that's why it's a little bit smaller. So we usually don't use that just for lotion. We use that, as I said, for, cuts, burns, um, sunburns, as I mentioned, chapsticks, and then I use that also for my facial, if that helped answer your question.
Yes, thank you. Thank you. My daughter's
You're
gonna.
welcome.
This was bad for me to get on because now I need it all.
Yeah. Now you know why. That's where I was a year ago. And I was like, okay. And then when I started to find out more about the other products and the benefits that they had, right? Not only for me, but for my husband and my boys and my toddlers, I was like, okay, I'm sold. And then when I found out that I can start making, you know, a commissions off of not only the sales that I'm purchasing for my family and then sharing it with others, I was like, okay, this is, I'm sold. So now you know why I'm just like, love sharing about my story. I love sharing about my transformation with others because, we've all been there, right? We've tried everything. And we just get exhausted and we just think, I'm never going to find it. And it's so worth it. So I'm so happy you ladies are here.
My kids struggle with dry skin and eczema, so I think that would help too.
Yeah, I don't know, Megan, you had talked a little bit, we chatted a little bit also about, some skin issues. If you have any testimonies you want to share.
Not really, because I have something going on that's beyond eczema. Like nothing's helping. But
Yeah.
typically I would say yes, it would help. I wouldn't go with like the grapefruit lavender or the grapefruit orange one. Smells amazing, but it's not as hydrating. So I would not go for that for the eczema. The lavender, I would definitely give it a try. Mine's, I don't know what's going on with mine. I need to go to the doctor, honestly. So I'm not a good testimonial.
No, but like, you sharing, right, that you've tried because a lot of people love the orange grapefruit scent. And that was kind of what my customer did too, right? Like she loved that scent, but it was not giving her enough moisture that she needed. So when she switched to the lavender, she was able to get more hydration. So, right, sometimes it's just trying which one works best.
Yeah.
So I
And I
appreciate
think the lavender, I mean, not to sell you more products, but I think the lavender soap might be very moisturizing because actually I wash my legs. I don't even wash my feet, not to be gross, but I don't have time for that. So I noticed my feet are so much more moisturized and I'm not even using lotion on them. Like the heels are not cracked and it's just from using the lavender soap. So not that we're trying to add more on, but just that's kind of my plug for that too.
Yeah, it's all like sold right there. Like now you know why we are all junkies. All right, ladies, anything else? I want to value your time. I want to appreciate your time. I want to thank you so much for being here and letting me bless you. You know, reach out to the ambassador that invited you. We would love to help set you up. We would love to get these products into your home. If anything else, I can let you guys go.
I did just want to say really quick with the eczema. I have a friend who has a bunch of kids and a bunch of family problems with skin, and like they have a lot of different things going on, specifically eczema, and they have tried a lot of different companies that are really clean and good companies, but it wasn't working for their skin. And they tried the lavender lotion and it really worked wonders. And so now, like, that's all, like, she's not going back. That's all that she's going to be using. And she started using it for, her newest one. And it's just, this is distracting. Anyway, y'all get it. But I want to let you know, Penny, like, you know, I do have some friends who have had like an amazing success with their eczema. Okay.
They're wild. Thank you.
Oh, I get it.
Oh, yeah. My door is locked. My door is like locked so my little ones don't come in. All right. Anything else anyone wants to chime in or ask or anything I missed in the chats?
Thank you, Laura.
You're welcome,
Thank you,
everyone. Thanks
Laura.
for being here.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right. Bye, everybody.